بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم تنزيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين أم يقولون افتراه بل هو الحق من ربك لتنذر قوما ما أتاهم من نذير من قبلك لتنذر قوما ما أتاهم من نذير من قبلك لعلهم يهتدون الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وما بينهما في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش ما لكم من دونه من ولي ولا شفيع أفلا تتذكرون
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبعث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله قولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise and thank you to Allah Azza wa Jal who have made us among the living today. We praise Him and glorify Him. Inshallah, we are going to be continuing our Tafseer of Suratul Sajdah. Alhamdulillah, yesterday we began with Surah and we are able to read from verse 1 to verse 4. And today being the 7th day of Ramadan, we cosign with the, what's the date? 17th of March. So let's quickly review what we learned yesterday. Allah said what? Alif Lam Mim. Said this verse has no what meaning. Allah decided to surprise the kuffar, the Meccan people with it. That even though you are speaking this language, but you've not heard this in your language before. Another now continue moving to the next verse. Said what? Tanzilul Kitab. Said the revelation of the book. La rayba fi. There is no doubt in the book. Min Rabbil Alamin. And this book is from what? It's from Allah. The Lord is from the Lord of the universe. And he now continued and said what? Am yaquluna iftara. So the kuffar, they are saying that what this book that they are claiming to be from Allah is fabricated, is concocted. It's not from Allah. But Allah said what? Bal huwa al-haqq min rabbik. Rather is the truth from your Lord. لِتُنْذِرَ قَوْمًا مَا أَتَاهُمْ مِنْ نَذِيرٍ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ. So that you want to serve as a warner to your people, to the people that you are talking to the kuffar, that no warners have come before them, no messenger have come to them before you. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ. Say perhaps they will be guided to the straight path. I will now move to the next verse. He said that Allahu الَّذِي خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا. Said Allah is الَّذِي who created what? The heaven and the earth. وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا, and what is in between the two. And all of this happened in 6 days. And yes, we are able to establish that what Allah will have what just decree that what it happened once and it happened. Just say kun fayakun and it happened. But here is the decree of Allah. This is how Allah has decided that what everything should happen in 6 days. Summa stawa ala al-arsh. Then he now what rose above his throne. Not like the way the kuffar believe it, that what Allah created the heaven and earth in 6 days and now rest for 1 day. No, Allah never get tired. مَا لَكُمْ مِنْ دُونِهِ مِنْ وَلِيٍّ وَلَا نَصِيرٍ وَلَا شَفِيعٍ. He said, you have no helper, you have no ally that can assist you, that can bring anything peace to you or any harm to you except Allah. You should also understand that what la shepherd, there is no intermediary that will to intercede for you inside of Allah. And Allah ends the verse with what? Afala tatazakkarun. So will you not ponder? And we've learned a lot of lessons from these verses yesterday. Inshallah, I'm going to be continuing in this verse. Allah said what?
يُدَبِّرُ الْأَمْرَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ إلى الأرض ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقداره ألف سنة مما تعدون.
Allah said what? يُدَبِّرُ الْأَمْرِ is one that is organizing. When I say yudabbir, organizer, someone that organize something, someone that arrange. So yudabbir is organizing, is arranging al-amr, the affair, the matter. All what will happen in this world. Allah will organize that. Minas sama, from above the heaven. Ila al-ard. From the heaven to what? To the earth. So this should happen here, this should happen. Allah is one decreeing that. And what? He will do that above the heaven and it will happen on the earth.
ثُمَّ يَعْرُجُ إِلَيْهِ فِي يَوْمٍ كَانَ مِقْدَارُهُ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ
مِّمَّا تَعُدُّونَ. Allah said, ثُمَّ يَعْرُجُ إِلَيْهِ. And the effect of this, it will not ascend back to him, Allah Azza wa Jal. All what happened, all what have agreed to happen in this earth, everything will happen, and Allah will also, it will also go back to him. He will witness that, and this is what fi yawmin kana miqdaru alf sana. And all of this will happen in 1,000 years. Mimma ta'udun, from your own counting, the counting you are counting here. All what of this that will to come to this earth and go back to Allah Azza wa Jalla in the heaven, all will happen in what? 1,000 years. Say mimma ta'udun, from your own counting. All of this, Allah just says, you happen at the once. Kun fayakun. It's where everything happen. But Allah is showing you how He do this, deal with something sometimes. Said, Inna hadha kulluhu fi dunya. Say, all of what you are saying now, all happen in this world. All the affair that Allah is arranging or organizing from heaven is talking about this world. Say, at-tadbir wa uruj, so the organizing of the affair, wal uruj, and the ascending of the affair back to Him, all happen in this world. وَأَنَّهُ يُدَبِّرُ الْأَمْرُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ, because Allah Azza wa Jalla is one that arranges affairs from the heaven to the earth. ثم يعرج إليه آثار هذا التدبير. And the effect of all these things, all the decree that I have decreed to happen, once it's happening in this world, the effect will now go back to Allah Azza wa Jalla. So ويقول في يوم كان مقداره ألف سنة. He said, Allah said what? مقداره ألف سنة. The estimate of this, all these things will happen, that will come down and go back to Allah Azza wa Jalla, is ألف سنة. بأن المسافة بين السماء إلى الأرض 500 سنة. He said the distance between the heaven, the first heaven to this world, is 500 what? 500 years. So it will take 500 years for the affair to come down. It will take another 500 years to go back up to Allah Azza wa Jalla. That is this first heaven, not the seventh heaven, the first heaven. Because we are talking about the seventh heaven, the distance between the heavens are even more than the distance between this world, the first heaven, and what, and the earth. Said, فَإِنْ قَالَ قَائِلٌ لِمَاذَا خَصَّ السَّمَاءُ الدُّنْيَا? Why are we reciting this word, only this first heaven? Because if you have to take the calculation, it will be more than what, 100 years. فالجواب لأنه قال مقداره ألف سنة لأنه لو كان الأمر في السماء السابع مثلا فليست هذه مدة. He said, if it's from the seventh heaven, it will not have been this estimate. This estimate would have been so small. Because Prophet said in a hadith, he said, the distance between each heaven, from the first heaven to the second heaven, is 500 years. Each heaven, the distance between what? The first heaven and the second heaven, 500 years. Second heaven and third heaven, 500 years, like that. So it's just between this one and between the earth and the first heaven. But even something similar to this is also mentioned in Suratul Ma'arij, where Allah said what? سأل سائل
بعذاب واقع للكافرين ليس له دافع من الله ذي المعارج تعرج الملائكة والروح إليه في يوم كان مقداره 1000 سنة.
كان مقداره 50 سنة. Now Allah is saying in this verse in Suratul Ma'arij, He said in this one, everything that happened is in 500 years. 50 ألف سنة. The question now is, what is the difference between these two? Because I've heard ones that a kafar, especially a Christian, saying that you are claiming that your Quran is free of error. This is error. Allah said in Suratul Sajdah that 100 years. He said in Suratul Ma'arij that 500 years. What is the collaboration? How do you correlate these two? Sisters, how do you correlate the two? What will be your defense? Are you someone to ask you that means you also agree that what there is error in the Quran? Eh? 50 ألف سنة. Scholars have said, Ibn Kathir said what? One of the most view that he said, this is talking about the heaven, what will happen in the heaven. The second verse. The first one is talking about what will happen in this world. The time limit that will happen is in this world. You have to compare the days of this world to the days that the angels will take to dispose the affair of Allah that Allah have decreed is 1,000 years. That is for that one. But the other one that is Suratul Ma'arij, that one is talking about the same affair that will be disposed by the angel, but the days that the angels, what will happen to the kuffar on the day of judgment is 500 years. You spend 500 good years suffering. I understand the difference between the two now. So the one that you are reading is what is regarding what will happen in this world. That if you are to count it, you start counting it year by year. It will take 1,000 years before the angel will be able to come down and go back up to deliver to Allah. But the other one is not marriage. He's not talking about the counting of this world. He's talking about the counting of the hereafter, where the kuffar will be in torture for 500 years. And Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, he said that what? ما من صاحب كنز لا يعد حقه إلا جعل صفاه ويحمى عليها في نار جهنم. He said, someone that has wealth, that is rich, and is not giving out the right, the zakat that is supposed to give out, except that on the day of judgment, it will be like a snake that will be what used to punish him on that day in hellfire. فَتُكْوَ بِهَا جِبَاهُهُمْ وَجُنُوبُهُمْ وَظُهُورُهُمْ. And this snake will be biting from the head, the back, and every angle. حَتَّى يَحْكُمُ اللَّهُ بَيْنَ الْعِبَادِ فِي يَوْمٍ كَانَ مِقْدَارُهُ 50,000 سَنَةً. Before Allah will now make judgment, it will be after 500 years. So it's different from what you are saying. So the kuffar should not deceive you. At all, your Quran is full of error. There's no error. It's correct. What Allah is saying is different from what He's saying here. So there are two different things. But see the same affair that what Allah have decreed. But it's now mentioning how long will it take. If you are to count it with this word, it's like 1,000 years. But we have to count it with that of Allah, it's 500,000 years. That's Allah also says at Hajj. He said a day. He said what? Inna yawman inda Allahi ka'alifi sanati mimma ta'udun. He said a day in the day of judgment is just like a day will be like 1,000 years. A day on the day of judgment. So the counting is not comparable. A day on the day of judgment is 1,000 years. If you now spend 5,500 years, 500,000 years, you know how many years will be in this world? Thousands of years. You know the billions. So that is that. I hope you understand what Allah is trying to explain to us here. That Allah disposes affairs. Say, okay, this should happen. And as you do that, the angels will be the one to convey that. Just like we say in Suratul Marriage. That the angels and Angel Gabriel will come down and also go back up to Allah Azza wa Jalla. And the two you have to measure it is 1,000 years in this world, 500,000 years in the hereafter. Well, let's take fawaid, the lesson you can learn from this verse. Al-Fa'idatul Ula, the first one, fi hadhihi al-aya dalilun ala kimal sultanillah. So from this ayah is established that what? Allah has supremacy. Is completely have supremacy over His creation. He decides whatever He wants to do. It's powerful. حيث جعل تدبير الأمور إليه. That what is going to decree what will happen. He wants to organize it. Nobody is assisting him to do that. Say this should happen here, this should happen here. If there is more than one God, there will be trouble. Said what? There should be rain in Qidda today. And the other God will say, no, the rain cannot fall in Qidda today. But Allah is the only one. He has that supremacy. He has that power. So the second benefit you can also learn from this, Raddun ala qadariyya alladhina yad'una anna amru al-insanu mustaqil bihi. So this, we also learn from this verse that there is a rejoinder to those that claim to be qadariyya. They say they believe in destiny. Anything that happened to you is destiny. That's why Allah has destined it. If you are a Muslim, Allah has destined that you are to be a Muslim. If you are a kafir, Allah has destined that you are to be a kafir. So you do not have choice according to them. But it's never like that. Allah has given choice. After Allah disposed the affair, He also gives you choice to choose between the right and the wrong. This is also a rejoinder to those that will be claiming that everything you are doing, Allah is forcing you to do it. There are some people that also have that aqidah. That anything you are doing, Allah is forcing you to do it. Allah have decreed it already now. Just like with the companions, they asked Prophet Sallam. Prophet said, if you are to be meant for people of Jannah, it has already been decreed already. If you are to be meant for people of hellfire, it's decreed already. And the companion asked, should we start now and relax that what, since everything is decreed, it will fall upon us. Why must we stress ourselves doing deeds? Prophet said, you have to continue working. Because if you are meant for people of Jannah, Allah will make it easy for you to be doing working the deeds of Jannah, people of Jannah. Another benefit you can also learn from here is that what it also shows that Allah is Al-Ali. Allah is above the throne. Because he said what? يُدَبِّرُ الْأَمْرُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ. That shows that it's from the above. Allah is not everywhere. Just like some people claim it. I tell they say anywhere you are, Allah is with there. Because Allah said in Suratul Allah said what? Ar-Rahman. Allah al-Arsh istawa. Allah the merciful is on his throne. But there are people that say, oh no, Allah is not on his throne. Allah is everywhere. Because Allah said, Aina ma kuntum. Where you're saying that what anywhere you are, I'm with you. Wa huwa ma'akum. Wa aina ma kuntum wa huwa ma'akum. So anywhere you are, I'm with you. And they said Allah is everywhere. So if you are in the toilet, Allah is with you there. No, Allah is above his throne. But he's supervising everything that is happening. Anything there's nothing that you are going to be doing except that Allah is aware of what you are doing. But he's not with you. He's above the throne and he's watching everything that is happening. So the other faida, أَنَّ الْأَمْرُ اللَّهِ شَامِلٌ لِلسَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ, is that the affair of Allah, when Allah is disposing the affair, it encompasses both the heaven and the earth. Not only for us here in the earth, even the angels, they are part of the decree of Allah. Allah says, oh, this angel should do this. It's part of all the affair that Allah is disposing. And the last is أَنَّ هَذَا تَدْبِيرِ الَّذِي يَكُونُ بِالْأَعْضَةِ. He said, all this affair that Allah just said, kum fayakun, it should be and be. But it takes time before the angel will be able to carry it out. Allah will just say, okay, this should happen and it will happen. But it takes time before the angels will come down to the earth and go back. And that is according to the wish of Allah. Allah's decree that should happen. May Allah make it easy. We are going to move into the next verse.
ذلك عالم الغيب والشهادة العزيز الرحيم.
Allah said what? ذلك عالم الغيب. That Allah, that creator, that mudabbir, that organizer,
ذلك عالم
is what? عالم الغيب. Is one that knows the unseen. Something that cannot see, Allah is aware of it. Allah have the knowledge of that. Shahada, and one that is visible.
Al-Aziz.
It's called Al-Aziz, the Almighty. Ar-Rahim, and is what is merciful. وَقَوْلُ ذَلِكَ عَلِمُ الْغَيْبِ يعني ذَلِكَ الْخَالِقُ الْمُدَبِّرُ. This creator, this organizer, said this show that this particular being that we have been talking about since is the one that is aware of the unseen. وَالْإِسْتِوَاءُ عَلَى عَرْشِهِ مِنْ أَهَمُّ مَا يَكُونُ فِي هَذَا الْمَقَامِ. And even see that Allah is aware of everything. That's what is everywhere. Is above his throne. But have knowledge of all what is happening. The one you can see and the one you cannot see. A lot of things are being created in this world that you cannot see physically. Some you have to use microscope. Some you cannot even see with the microscope. But Allah have the detailed knowledge of all of this. He said, nothing is hidden from Allah. Even with this creation, all what he creates, the human being, plants, anything, Allah has the detailed knowledge of them. وَتَدْبِيرِهِ, and He also organizing them and arranging them. لَا يَخْفَى عَلَيْهِ شَيْءٌ, nothing is hidden from Him. وَلَهَذَا رَبُّ سُبْحَانَهُ وَتَعَالَى أَعْلَمُ مِنْكَ بِنَفْسِكَ. Allah even know you more than yourself. Allah know what will happen to you more than your own self. لِأَنَّهُ خَالِقٌ, because He's the creator. فَهُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ جَسْمَكَ, He's the one that created your body. وَهُوَ الَّذِي يُمَنِّيهِ, and He's the one that is developing it. At all, the child is a baby now. The nursing is working. Allah is the one that is that program it like that. And development take place gradually. وَإِذَا نَمَى الْجِسْمُ مِقْدَارُ ذَرَّةٍ, even if your body should grow for a second, Allah is aware of that. Allah knows that something like that happened. Even just for 1 second, your body is growing. You are growing wood every second. إذن فالله أعلم بك من نفسك لأن الخالق وهو المدبر. He said, with that, Allah knows you more than yourself. Allah is the creator, and Allah is the organizer. Anything that is hidden from the human being, from the creation, Allah is aware of it. Anyone that they can see physically, Allah is also aware of that. Say al-ghaib, when say ghaib, al-ghaib here, man ghaib and al-khaliq wa huwa naw'an. Say we have two types of ghaib. The unseen is of two types. Wa huwa al-ghaib mutlaq, there is an absolute unseen, that no, there is nothing you can do that you can see, that you will be able to see it. They are unseen. La ya'lamu illa Allah, and nobody is aware of that. Nobody have knowledge of that except Allah Azza wa Jalla. Wa ghaibun nisbiyun, and they also have another one that is partially or relatively what? Unseen. Like conditionally you can also what? See it. For example, someone that is not here today, you don't know what is going on. What is happening here is unseen to him. But once it's here, he will be able to see it. This type of what unseen is what is relatively, is partially, but Allah is aware of both unseen, whether it's what absolutely is for him alone, or the one that some circumstance must come that what it will be unseen. As for Al-Aziz, say Anna Al-Aziz huwa min sifati al-Izzah. When say Aziz, the mighty, is a description of how honor Allah is, and it have three meanings. When you say Aziz, Aziz have what? Three meanings. Izzatul Qadr, when you are honoring someone. That's why I said that Aziz, Azizati, my dear, someone that is dear to you, someone that is so important to you, like your wife, your spouse said what? Who are Azizi? Here Azizati, my dear. That is what one of the meaning of what Al-Aziz. We also have Aziz that mean what? Aziz al-Qahr, Aziz that overpower, that has supremacy. And we have the third one with Azizu Izzatul Imtina, Aziz of preventing. That's why Allah said in the Gross Quran, وَمَا ذَلِكَ اللَّهِ بِعَزِيز. He said that is not difficult for Allah to what to do. You cannot prevent that from Allah. And Allah end the verse with what? Ar-Rahim. As for Ar-Rahim, Annahu Rahimun, He's also merciful. That Allah has that power to do and undo. At the same time, He's also merciful. Said that Anna Rahim huwa man rahima ghayrahu. When you say someone is Rahim, is someone that is merciful to other than him. You have mercy to the children, that means you are Rahim. You have mercy. So وَيُشْمِلُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَغَيْرَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. This shows that it comprises both the believer and the unbelievers. وَلَكِنَّ إِذَا قِيلَ, but when Allah mentioned that what? وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا. This is specifically for the believers. But this, once it's not being connected to the believers, is general. فَالْمُرَادُ بِرَحِيمٍ هُنَا رَحِمَةٌ مَخَاصَّةٌ. Said this, as we just said now, وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا is being specific to a particular what? Group of people. But once it's just mentioned it without that, it's general. That is why Allah said in the glorious Quran, وَإِذَا بِكُمْ مِنْ نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ وَمَا بِكُمْ مِنْ نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. Anything that what afflict you from anything goodness, that Allah favor you, He said that is from Allah. But when a harm comes to you, you start crying, you start shouting. That is to show that Allah is merciful to His whole creation. Whether you are a kafir or not, in this world Allah is merciful to all of the creation. Let's quickly look at the lesson you can learn from this verse. So one of the first lessons is that what? Isbat umum wa ilmillah. Is that we affirm from this particular verse that Allah have general knowledge of all what is happening. Not that like some sheikhs will say that what Allah is not aware of this. No, Allah is aware of everything that happened. From the day He created Adam till the day the end, the world will end. If you had time on the day of judgment, Allah is aware of all what will happen. So nothing will happen except by His what? Permission. The second benefit you can also learn from this is Isbatu Hazain Ismaini min Asma'illah. That we also affirm that these two names are Al-Aziz and Ar-Rahim. They are from the name of Allah. Allah is as Al-Aziz. Allah is also Ar-Rahim, the mighty and the merciful. Because Allah combining these two names means that it's just. It's not those that want to have power. There are some kings, they are Aziz. They have that honor that they can do and undo because of their power. But they are not like Allah. Allah is in both ends. They are Al-Aziz. They say Allah is Al-Aziz at the same time Ar-Rahim. But not all kings that we have today that have these two qualities. They say that a king will be what? Will be Al-Aziz, but the Rahim will not be there. Likewise, some king will be merciful, but they don't have power to can't exact power. When you take affair to him, don't worry, everything will be okay. Because he's so weak. It's not what Ar-Rahim. Because it's Ar-Rahim, not Al-Aziz. Don't have that strength to establish his kingship. But as for Allah, He has both. So you should not be a Muslim that you think that it's only punishment that you'll be thinking of. Think of punishment of Allah, at the same time also think of the mercy of Allah. So that you will be among the balanced nation. So let's move to the next verse.
الذي أحسن كل شيء خلقه وبدأ خلق الإنسان من طين.
Said Alladhi, this Allah is also talking about. Alladhi is who ahsana kulla shay'in khalaqahu. He perfected all what He created. All the creation, there is no fault in it. That's why Allah says in Suratul Mulk, He said what?
فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور.
He said what? Look at the heaven. Have you ever seen any fault on the heaven? He said, turn on your face again and look at the heaven. There is no fault there. Because everything Allah created is in perfect shape. وَبَدَا خَلِقَ الْإِنسَانِ
خلق الإنسان من طين.
And he created mankind from what? From clay. And he created the creation of mankind from what? From clay. Said, يعني الذي أنزل كل شيء خلقه. Said, who created all what he created is being perfect. وَلِمَعنَى أَنَّ سُبْحَانَهُ هُوَ الْخَالِقُ. Said this to show that Allah is the creator. وَأَنَّ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقَهُ. That everything he created them. فَقَدْ أَحْسَنَ. And anyhow he created it is the perfect form. وَلَكِنْ هَذَا الْإِحْسَانُ يَتَفَوَّتُ. And this perfection of Allah in his creation is of different form. فَفِي الْآدَمِ, for example, in human being, يَقُولُ لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. He said, verily we created mankind in this perfect shape, perfect form. Where some are black, some are white, some are different color. We see some people today, they are not okay with the way Allah created them. They want to change that color. Some want to change their gender. Some are now cross gender. Some they are men. Now they are now looking like women. Whereby they are still men, like Bobrisky, James Brown, and co. They are men before, but today if you have to see them, they are now women. In appearance, they are women. Yes, some will have to bleach their body to change. As of recent, it's not late. Sometimes last year, I saw a picture of a particular lady. She's black in color, but after undergoing the therapy, she's now an Oibu. Why must you change your color? Why must you bleach your body? Anyway, Allah have created you. That is the perfect form that Allah have given to you. So about the insan, yughayyiru hadha ahsan taqwim. So some of the people, they change this particular perfect creation that Allah have created them on. Min al-lawn wa jins, from their color, their gender, even from their status. You know, now you can increase your height, or you can also decrease it. Yes, they are doing it. Yes, they are doing it. Surgery. We have a lot of surgery going on today. Hip surgery, every surgery. Everybody wants to change. You want to, because this particular person is a celebrity. I want to be like him. I want to be like her. A lot of surgery is going on. And if I will tell you the cost of maintaining all those things, very costly. After the surgery, you have to be taking treatment every month or some every week to maintain it. Allah have created you in a perfect form. Why must you change it? But you beautifying yourself naturally, it's okay. Especially for the sisters. You can beautify yourself naturally. Not you using cream now bleaching yourself. No. We have natural ways of beautify yourself. Plenty of them are on the market today. But so you have to be careful so that you don't use something harmful to disturb yourself. There is nothing wrong for you, because if you are to live in the AC for some days, you change your color. Because this color that you are seeing is not a normal color. All this color that you are seeing are not a normal color. Because of the sun and a lot of this stress. That is why some of us are dark. Some are we go before. But there are some natural things that you can apply. Your natural color will come back. You have a lot of them in the market. You can lend them. And make sure that any of these that you are going to be using, the source should be halal. Don't go and use something haram. Say you want your natural color back, you now use something haram. No. Anything you want to use, make sure it's haram. We have a lot of them, it's halal, sorry. We have a lot of fruits that can do that. Fruits like cucumber, turmeric. You have plenty of them. Carrots, honey, sugar. Yes, sugar. You have plenty of them. that you can easily use. But some of us, they are not even care. You don't care. You just continue living our life. No. As for women are to beautify themselves for their husband. Make sure you do that. That is why I said what you should learn it. If you learn it with small money, you can get those things. Like a sister, one of my mentor that I'm learning from, I'm learning all those things. Don't think that I'm a brother, but I'm learning them. On my mentor, just face scrub. No face scrub. 4-5. Face scrub. She's the one producing it. It's a business for her. She's making her cool money. Face scrub, 4-5. And I said that one is a small one. And these things you can get it from the market. You have body butter that you can use with your skin will be okay, fresh. But when you will not care, you want to buy those products in the market. And they will now wire with money. Say brings you thousands. He says you also make sure now you got your launo, make sure that any of this skincare you want to be using, you should not change your color. I didn't say you should bleach, that will change your color. If you are black, if you are using all these things that you mentioned since, your black will still be okay, but it will be more shining, glowing, more than you are now. But not to change your color entirely, no. How you see or something that will harm your skin. Some cream, once you use them, you start seeing a lot of rashes and cold in the body. No, not something like that. And the last condition is that wala tasrif fi zalik. Don't be extravagant. That you use, where some people are still looking for food to eat now, you use like 20,000 to buy skincare, or 50,000 to buy skincare. Don't be extravagant. Ahsan khaliqun min al-hayawanat huwa al-adami. From the best perfection, best creation of Allah from the whole universe is human being. Regarding any animal you think of, human being is in the high class compared to the animals. Human being, you can see human being today. They are small in status, but they control big animals. You see one small Fulani boy controlling thousands of cows. Because Allah pleased him to be superior.
وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ.
Allah said, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. He said, with honor. We've honored the children of Adam. And we make it easy for them to sail on the ground, on the sea, to walk on the land. That is it from the beauty of Allah. Allah has created mankind in the perfect form. Likewise in the animals. So from the animals, there are some animals you can ride, some you cannot ride them. Allah created them every one for their purpose. So وَهَذَا فَإِنَّهُ قَدْ خُلِقَ عَلَىٰ أَحْسَنِ مَا يَكُونُ. And Allah have created all of this according to their needs, according to their purpose. And Allah continued what summa
الذي أحسن كل شيء خلقه وبدأ خلق الإنسان من طين ثم جعل نسله من سلالة من ماء مهين.
Allah said, ثم جعل نسله, then we make his progeny, his children, from what means sulalati, from extract of water, a despised water, a disdained water, water that does not have that what, it has not value like that, but what Allah created the children, the progeny from this water. He said, نَسْلَ الْإِنسَانَ الَّذِي دَعَ مِنَ التِّينِ جَعَلَ نَسْلَهُ يَقُولُ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ. So once Nasl means here Azuriya, the descendants. So Allah now continued and said what? Summa
سَوَّاهُ وَنَفَخَ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِهِ.
So after then, Allah now perfected. After Allah created this, just a drop of sperm, the human being is formed. Allah now fashioned and proportionated it. Okay, it should be male, it should be male, it should be female, it should be this, like that, in the womb.
وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ.
So summa nafa fi min ruhi, then it now blow into its soul. It now become human being. And what happened after that? Allah said, we will now make it for them. What?
وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ.
Said, well, we now make for you hearing, listening. For you to be able to have the ear to hear what is going on. Wal mala wal abasar. And likewise, we also made what? Eyes for you to be able to see. Wal afida, al afida yani qulub. Also the heart to be able to comprehend.
قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ.
He said, it's only few that we be thankful to Allah, that we be grateful to Allah. It's only few. Said what? Said, if we look at this verse from what we've been saying since, Allah was discussing with third person pronoun. He created Adam, He created mankind. But now He now turned to what? And we now make for you. So we call it itifat. He changed from what? From pronoun, third person pronoun to what? To second person pronoun. Let's really look at the fire. What is the goal for Allah doing this? That you change from one person pronoun. You are talking to someone that you are facing. The next thing now be talking in some form. You are talking to someone that is not here. It's very common in languages. You can easily adopt that. It's very good. So one of the the benefit of this is what? Tanbih al-mukhatab. Is that you are using that to caution the person you are talking to. For example, something happened now. You are trying to caution a particular baby. After that, you should stop doing this. You now start mentioning the history that happened. You are still talking to him about what? You are really trying to relate what happened to so and so. You have to do this. This will happen to what? This. Said لأن الكلام إذا كان على وتير واحد, because what? If you are talking and you are just on one side, and you're just talking, shouting on your child, shouting, just you will not comprehend easily. Give an example from what happened to other people. You can even leave him. You are not talking to him. You are not using someone as example. I said, Mahara Tanakul, you will not be able to convey the message. But your goal is that you are still talking to the person you are talking to. He said what? لكن هذا اختلاف يحصل تنقل سواء اختلاف بالعودة الضمائر. He said this used to happen by you changing the pronoun you are using. Maybe from he to you, from you to I, like that. Allah is familiar with that in the Quran. Now you start with the he. You then say you enter what? You enter you. Just like Suratul Fatah. When it starts like Suratul Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina Suratul Mustaqim. You start praising Allah. Oh Allah, all praise to you, the Lord of the universe. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most merciful, the especially merciful. Maliki Yawmiddin, you are the king of the day of judgment. Iyyaka na'budu. You have been talking about someone that is not here. Now you are saying, oh Allah, you are the one I'm creating and worshiping. Because you want to feel that presence of Allah. Because ideally, you have to follow the uslub. It's about Iyahu na'budu. It's him that we are worshiping. But say Iyaha. It's you, Allah, we are worshiping. So it can be in this form. Kal-itifalu min al-ghaib. Itifatu min al-ghaibati ila khitab. Says you changing from what past someone that is absent to someone that is present, like that. Or itifatu fi shiddati sawt. You cannot do that by you controlling your voice. Maybe you will tell you're talking gently the sins. You just raise your voice. Maybe you are talking to the baby and it's not, the way you are talking to the person is not being conscious. You now shout. So at what you call his attention. This is also what? Itifat. So, that is why Allah do that here. He said what? وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ. And we now make for you people the ability of what? Listening. وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ. And the ability of seeing. أَيْ لِذُرِّيَّتِي. For the children of Nabi Adam. So al-afida yani al-qulub. When al-afida is al-afida means your heart. فَذَكَرَ طَرِيقٌ الْفَهْمُ مَكَانُ الْفَهْمُ. Said if you look at this verse, Allah mentioned three things, three things, and these three can be categorized into two. The first one is tariqah to fahm, the way that to make it easy for you to understand. That is through listening and seeing. Wa makan fahm, and the place for you to understand is the heart. After you see and you listen, how will you understand? It's your heart that will make you to understand. Okay, this is what is. But once, if these two things are missing, you can't understand easily. That you cannot hear, you cannot see. It will be difficult for you to understand.
وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ.
Nice one, that what? وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ. وَهَذَا السَّمْعُ وَالْبَصَرُ كَقَنَاعَتَيْنِ Tasubani fil qalbi. Said they are like two containers that is now feeding the heart. That is why Allah said in Suratul Hajj, He said, أَفَلَمْ يَسِيرُ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَتَكُونَ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ يَعْقِلُونَ بِهَا أَوْ آذَانٌ يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا. He said, perhaps they should walk on the heart, and they should what? فَتَكُونَ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ. There should be heart for them. يَعْقِلُونَ بِهَا. As you should always to understand. Our azan, or they should have what? Ear to what to hear with it. Yasma'u biha. And Allah ends it. فَإِنَّا لَا تَعْمَلَ
الْأَبْصَارُ وَلَكِنْ
تَعْمَلُ قُلُوبٌ لِلصُّدُورِ. Said this kuffar said they are not blind in their face. Their face is sight. They are not sight are not blind. Rather, what is blind is what is their heart. Because it's the heart that will comprehend what you need to understand. He said, well, Allah said that then, قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. So it's only few that we ought to thank Allah Azza wa Jalla. He said, تَشْكُرُونَ شُكُرًا قَلِيلًا. Even those that also thank Allah, what it means here is that those that will thank Allah, they are few. It's only few that they will thank Allah. Among these few people, they only thank Allah for small, just little time. That is why the Mufassir said that what? In another verse, Allah said what? وَقَلِيلًا مِنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. It's only few of my servants that also thank Allah. Say among these few, they are thanking Allah is also what? Little. And Allah have used a lot of loves that are similar to this from the Quran. He said, مَا هَذِهِ النِّعَمُ الَّتِي سَقَاهَا اللَّهُ مُنْذُ ابْتَدَأَ الْخَلْقِ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَىٰ انْتِقَالِهِ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ. He said, from all these benefits, from all these favors that Allah have given to mankind, that Allah have been mentioning them since, from the day He created the heaven and the earth and Adam up to now, Allah has been what? Merciful to mankind. See the point that what? You enter, you are being put inside the womb, till you come out, and you listen, I have the listening ability, you have the sight ability, and also the heart. Say, even still with this, so they feel that I thank Allah. That's what Allah says, what? وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ
وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا.
Said, if you have to count the favor of Allah, you will not be able to count them. So it's only few. So we should always thank Allah. So Alhamdulillah. That's what Prophet said. Ajab al mu'min. Say, I'm surprised to the affair of the Muslim. And this is not for any other person except the Muslim. Say, when it's in his, he said, Alhamdulillah. We thank Allah. When it's in the difficulty, he said, well, Alhamdulillah, ala kulli hal. So as a Muslim, you have to be in this too. Always thank Allah, whether you're in difficulty or in easy. Or you're in ease. But let's quickly look at the word faida, the benefit from this verse. Alladhi ahsana kulla shay. Okay, said from the first verse. Alladhi ahsana kulla shay khalaqahu. Said Allah said faidatun kimalu khaliqillahi ta'ala. He said the perfection of Allah in His creation. The way Allah created everything in perfect form. لأنه ahsana, because He perfected them. The second benefit from this verse is that anna kulla ma'luqin khuliqa bima yunasibu haluhu. Say anything that you see that Allah created, He created it according to what will suit Him. That you are black, you are white. Allah knows that what if your color should be black, that is the best for you. Even if Allah should ask you before creating you that I want you to be black, you also choose black. Because that is the best for you. And the third benefit you can also learn from this lesson from Khaled, takzib nazariya al-kaziba, is belying the theory, the Charles Darwin theory that claimed that what human beings being created from ape. Said the human being is being. Allah said what I created what mankind from what? From clay. But according to Charles Darwin, he said evolution happened. As time goes on, the animal change. We get to a particular point, it now turn to human being. But the question is that what about the apes we have today? Why are they not changing again? Why are they not changing? And another question is that what if that is the case? Why will this human being? Why are we not changing again? Continue. Let's change. We'll change to another higher animal. Maybe you change to what do you call it? This big animal. Is it Is it elephant?
Dinosaur.
Not dinosaur. I think it's in this category of ape and co. That big one. Gorilla. I think since I'll leave a ape alone and go to gorilla. Since we are a human being now, human being should change to gorilla. This is just false claim that Charles Darwin claimed. He said, وَلَا شَكْ أَنَّ هَذِهِ النَّظَرِيَّةَ بَاطِلٌ. There's no doubt that this theory of evolution is what? Is falsehood. The next lesson is that tamamu qudratillah. He said the complete power of Allah. That Allah is powerful to do all He wants to do. خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانُ عَجِيبًا فِي خَلْقِهِ وَفَهْمِهِ وَتَدْبِيرِهِ وَذَكَائِهِ. Allah creates mankind in various forms. He make you to understand. He wants some not to understand. It's very easy for some people to learn. Allah is one that created mankind and gives everyone what they deserve. Another faida is batu af'al Allah theory. Is that we also affirm that Allah do some things. He do things according to His choice, according to His will. And the next, anna al-insan hadisatun ba'da lam yakun, is that also learn from there that what human being, any human being think of before now, they are not in existence, and they are not in existence. You have to count maybe like 50 years ago now, majority of us, let me say all of us here, we are not in existence. Allah is the one that created us. And when the faida you can also learn from there is that anna hadha al-insan alladhi khuliqa min tin lahu nasl. Said this particular creation of Adam from clay, he has what progeny, he have descendants. And the second faida, anna al-insan yukhlaqu min al-mani, that other creation apart from Adam, they are from what? From sperm, from that extract of water fluid. So the number 3 benefit, hikmatullahi lihazal al-ma, said what the wisdom of Allah behind him creating mankind from this water, from the sperm. جعل وعلى هذا ضعف وعلى هذا نوم من أجل حفظ حيوان المنوية. He said, even this water, weak water, Allah created it that way so that we are able to save the generation of mankind. Allah did not make it thick. Now it will be very difficult for it to fertilize. And also make it so light that we will not be able to fertilize it. Allah has hikmah, He has wisdom behind that. That's why if it's too thick, He said what? They have to look for medicine. So that is a faida. The second faida, ana al-insan jismun wa la yakunu insanu illa bi ruh. Said human being is what? Is made of flesh, and this flesh cannot come to life except with the soul. That is why when someone dies, the person have not, even if the flesh is still there, it has no meaning. Just like what some people are doing today. I think we have a recent development now that what they said, some people, they said they are no more burying their dead ones. What they do, they bury in the what do you call it, in the glass table, so that they will be seeing them once they bury them. That will not bring it back to life. Once the soul leaves the body, there has no any other advantage again. It's no more a human being. You have to bury it. Said the third benefit you can also learn from this. وَلَيْسَ بِذَلِكَ قَوِيٌّ أَنَّ رِيحُ جِسْمٌ. Said what? Said the soul is also the body. The body and the soul are together. Once they part way, once they separate, there will be trouble. That means there's no more human being. Human being is no more in what? In place. So the next benefit is that what? Bayanu ni'matullah. Allah is also explaining to us this favor. Allah have given us a lot of favor. That you are able to see, you are able to hear, and you are able to understand. It's from the favor of Allah Azza wa Jalla. And the last benefit from the word qalilan tashkurun. He said, Kama anna shakir qalilun aidan fashakir qalilun. He said, just like the way those that are thanking Allah, they are so few. And those that are now upon the required way of thanking Allah, they are also few. Maybe if out of 10, we have one person that is thanking Allah, and this one person that is thanking Allah, you only do it occasionally. It's only like Allah says, it's only few. That's what Allah said, wa qalilun min ibadi yashkurun. So wa shakiru qalilun. Lianna wasul afrad wal ashkhas wahidun fil ashara. He said, we are talking about individual, it's 1 out of 10. Now we thank Allah. And the next lesson also says, Zem mala yashkurun. He said Allah is criticizing those that are not what? Are not thanking Him. That's why they call Qalilan ma tashkurun. That you are not doing that, that means you are not doing what is expected of you. And the last lesson you can learn from this verse, أنه ينبغي للإنسان أن يكون شكره على حسب نعمه. Is that you, as human being, you should know that the gratitude you have to give to Allah, that you have to thank Allah, should be based on the favor that Allah has provided for you. As a Muslim, you should also form the habit of always thanking Allah. So, Alhamdulillah. ففي السمع يستمر السمع فيما يقرب إلى الله وينعمه عما حرم الله. So, for example, in your sight, in your hearing, make sure you use your ear to hear something that is halal. Not you listen to music, you listen to what is haram. No, backbiting and so that's what you are listening to. No. So you always listen to what will take you closer to Allah. Listen to the recitation of the Quran and other things that are beneficial for you. وَكَذَلِكَ فِي الْبَصَرِ. Likewise, in your sight. Use your eyes to look at things that are halal for you, not what that are haram. Because if you are doing that now, you are not thanking Allah for the favor that He has given to you. أما القلب فيجب عليه أن يعرض بقلبه على كل ما حرم الله. Is that as for the heart, you should use your heart to distance your heart away from all what Allah make haram. وأن يقبل بقلبه على كل ما أمر الله به. And you should use your heart to accept all what Allah make permissible for you. May Allah make it very easy for us to be among those that are thanking Allah. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Inshallah, we are going to stop. Subhanaka Allahumma la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. If there's any question, let's quickly respond to that. Any question? Okay, sisters, hand of us. Sisters.